And just like that, the Ninjas in Pajamas have stopped the North, and they are here, but dare I say, not enough in presence. Welcome back to the Intel Esports Arena. We were just back there working on the lights. Don't mind us. We were really kind of plugging in the loose ends that were keeping this place together. High-octane Counter-Strike. That's what it's all about, Chad Burchill.
Yeah, and I think the main sticking point for me from that game was the fact that North were unable to break the economy of Ninjas in Pajamas in that first half. They were able to put gun rounds on the board, you know, they were able to be very competitive, but when Ninjas in Pajamas had to go into their lower buy or scrappier buy scenarios in the following, they were able to prevail time and time again, and that's really what kept them afloat, right? It meant that they didn't really have to take too many ecos within that first half at all. I think the fact that they slipped on that last round, and it should have probably been an 11-4 half, but that was very impressive to me. Then we flicked on over. They just set the pace with that first gun round. Nice little explosion out middle, knowing that the utility would be relatively low coming in from the North guys. Just buffs on out. Forest opens up with the AWP, and away she goes.
Let me just paint this a little bit better for you there also as well in numbers, Chad. There's a guy on the Ninjas in Pajamas. His name is Lecro.
And what did I say about Lecro?
Now, here are the stats behind Lecro. Yes, they had it all together. They seemingly functioned as a team. It all looked pretty, especially these numbers. Lecro sitting on 27 frags, 111.6 ADR, 4 assists. And I guess on top of that, he was rocking the best rating at 1.62. Chad, and these numbers, they're not going to tell a fib, are they?
No, not at all. And I did preface this. If Lecro steps up, Ninjas in Pajamas win games. And we've seen him do it time and time again in big matchups. Even if you think back to the Face at Major, where they're able to topple Astralis on Mirage, that was the Lecro show. And he seems to have these sporadic performances. When he was a player, you know, he's been in the ranks of Godsend. He was in Fnatic. We know what he can do, especially with that Deagle. But now that he's taken over this in-game leadership role, I thought he'd taper off and be more of a middle-of-the-pack player. He still has these standout performances from time to time, and much needed in NiP's road to Odense, considering the fact that they were sitting on, I believe it was only 3 victories out of their 14 games before they kicked off this match. So now they're up to 4 wins, Chase. That's not too bad.
It's not too shabby. Of course, it was a little bit slower of a start there in the season, but now it seems like they might be trying to trend this bad boy upwards at least. And of course, a 16-9 showing here. Against the North, it did just go to overtime with Na'Vi. Do you think that played into a factor here, Chad?
Well, I'm not sure if that played into a fact, but if you compare the two matches, AZ and Kyobi had a lot more impact within that first game than they did in the second. They were very quiet in this one right here against the Ninjas. AZ, I said, had a potent AWP once he was side by side with Cadian, and that was a big part of their comeback previously against Na'Vi. But this time round, it wasn't anywhere to be seen. They couldn't get the money going. They couldn't get the economy where it needed to be for him to be able to find that level of impact. Now, I think a more important thing to do right now is maybe take stock of where the Ninjas in Pajamas are sitting, right? They have to finish the season with these names: Fnatic, Hellraisers, FaZe Clan, Windigo, and Mousesports. They're going to need to make sure that they're 2-0ing, say, the likes of Windigo and Hellraisers if they want to be able to secure a top 7 spot.
And I think given the state of this FaZe Clan, there's a likelihood that it at least goes the way of splitting maps. Now, that's given that FaZe Clan doesn't turn back into the super form that we know them to have. But I'd say that there's still a real possibility there. Yeah,
and that FaZe Clan game will be going down on the 31st of October. So that's going to be Halloween, so maybe some spooky things can happen.
Maybe some weird things could happen, Chad. Do something strange for a little piece of change like you used to do before esports.
Yeah, I used to be selling tricks on the side of the street. Like card tricks. Juggling was one of my good ones. It's pretty good with I'd light the juggling utensils on fire.
Okay, like a bunch of forks and spoons, or like what are you lighting?
Well, I use bowling pins. Well, I can even do the Macarena.
Yeah, Chad. You know, I thought we were going somewhere. I thought you had maybe a dad joke left up your sleeve, but they're rolled up, so I would have seen it already, I think. Either way, we're going to talk a little bit about this next matchup. We're going to be going to Nuke, Chad. We're closing out the night with a little bit of DE_Nuke action between here and North and Ninjas in Pajamas. Now, do we see a clear favorite right off the get-go?
I think I would actually be favoring the likes of Ninjas in Pajamas, and the reason I say that is they've been a team for a longer period of time, and Nuke is a map where you need to make sure you have all your protocols down and your contingencies for if you're leaking players down secret or who are event dropping. Those rotations on the CT side are one of the most pivotal parts of this map. And you need to have a lot of depth on your T side. You can't just have that smoke wall. You need to be able to mix things up. You also need to make sure that you're pressuring constantly. And I think that adaptable play at the moment is probably in the favor of the Ninjas in Pajamas. So I think you have those two factors. You put them together. That's a positive sign. And they won a game. So, yeah, why not? The Ninjas can do it.
The Ninjas can do it. If anyone can do it, it is the Ninjas. Perhaps the veterancy of their Forest and Get Right could lead them to success here. Yeah. But it does seem like the young guns are going to be their go-to.
You were an American. I think you still are an American.
Yeah.
What kind of chants do you guys have like during school? Because you got like rah, Ra, stick him in a jar.
Well,
Go north.
I went to school in Alabama. Are you sure we want to do all this?
Yeah, what do you got for me?
Rah, rah, shishkamba, weagle, weagle, war damn eagle. Now, that's not necessarily...
What does it even mean?
Well, look it up on your own time. My goodness, if the commentators come in here and break the whole set, we're going to have to take it over. I'm talking about commandeering it at the helm, Chad.
Well, you are the captain of this ship.
El Capitan is correct. We already had 151 rounds of Counter-Strike tonight. Now, if you add 30 more plus on top of that, that is where we get the commentary duo. That is Harry and Hugo.
He's coming in here, he's pouring glasses of water, they're making noise, they're dropping things.
Hold it together, please.
There's
we got
one
just
more
a little
game
way
to go, boys.
We're good, we're ready. Don't know about you guys. You're falling to delirium. We're always prepared.
I like to think him pouring that was just like a big, because I didn't really need to pee. So
outstanding.
I love that. That's just a big middle finger to me, maybe.
We just
How
had a
about
10-minute break.
You guys relax for a second.
Yeah.
Chad, who's going to win this? 3, 2, 1.
North.
Okay, he's already sealed his fate, and we're going to go ahead and give it over to these guys, who now get to do the blunt of the talking, and I don't want to hear any more about your urination problems. Thank you very much, Harry, and das Vidania.
Yeah, cheers for that one, Trace. You know, I'll be sure to hold off on the urination comments as we head on into this one. NiP versus North. Yeah, there's no way for me to link this in, so let's just go ahead and get right into this one. Hugo, Nuke is going to be the battleground. We haven't seen too much of this on the Pro League. It's going to be exciting to see the Swedes v the Danes on this map.
Yeah, it's a very Danish map, but NiP are one of the few non-Danish teams that do like to play it, you know, alongside the likes of maybe Mal Sports, for example. And NiP have definitely had some success. One thing I'm excited for is the shotgun usage, right? Get Right loves a good old auto shotty on this map, kind of like Oscar. Uses it quite a lot over towards that hot position in the A-bomb site. So let's have a look either way. Straight into this game, Harry. The last game of the night here for EU Pro League, Week 2. And we'll be throwing off to the NA guys after this. North certainly favoured. Thank you to the Betway guys over there. And now we have full armour for the NiP team on the pistol round. They're going to go quick outside. All 4 of these players going yard. We've actually got Get Right lurking his way down towards ramp on his own, being a bit of a sneaky boy. Valde's going to spot it, though, so that will keep Get Right back as NiP put the pressure on the yard. Maybe an ace split here if Get Right can get behind enemy lines and maybe work his way into hell, but at the moment, Valde's not giving him the option.
Ooh. Get Right. And Valde having a bit of a duel, but Valde's going to be the man to win it. Rez does answer back, chimes in with that trade almost immediately. NiP, down ramp they go. Maybe not.
Maybe
so. Oh my goodness.
That's weird.
We've been spending too much time together. So here's AZ. Let's go ahead and have him do the damage inside of this bomb site. He will get tested. And what was that?
Ooh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
AZ just got shot so hard he broke the simulation. But that door's going to swing open, and maybe Dennis and Lecro will wish that it never did. Some things are better left locked away. Rez going to try and do damage, but Gade instantly able to trade. And North pick themselves up the first round here on Nuke.
Again, we've been seeing this map get more and more T-sided. Again, as the game develops, right? In the sense of the money economy changes certainly made that more T-sided. Is now, you know, if you win the CT pistol, you don't get that 3-0 start as often. You get the 2-0, and then NiP will come in with a buy. And yeah, just generally the game getting more T-sided, and you can no longer, with the changes, with the removal of vent, stopping those CTs fast rotating down towards B, and the halls on B, which allow Ts to take after plants far better as well, rather than just commit to the bomb site and have more open plants. I mean, all of these changes have allowed this map to become more and more T-sided. Now I'd say it's pretty equal, to be honest. It's like honestly, I'd say it's even getting close to being T-sided in some of the events we've seen it in recently. So. Again, not the biggest of sample sizes because this map isn't played nearly as much as the likes of an Inferno and Mirage.
That's why I cannot wait till it gets removed and Cobble is brought back in.
Oh no.
You heard it here first.
Not Cobble.
Cobble is one of the best maps in the game.
Delete this.
I don't know what's going on here. The Swedes huddled together for warmth in this very, very cold winter.
Where is Nuke set? They moved it back to America, didn't they? It was Germany.
Yeah, I never bothered keep.
Oh,
no.
Lecro.
Well, Lecro, he might never walk again, but
doing his best Captain Mo impression. He's gonna have to be scooted out of here in a bit. But no, he's back on his feet, Harry. Get right, hopping his way towards a CT spawn. Cadian, he's got to be careful here because they are coming in numbers. Kiebi's there as well up in main. He finds himself 3. Cadian and Valdi clean up and nice, smooth anti-eco for North. Not a single death. As NiP, now they come in with a buy.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what they're able to get. Hugo, it's rifles across the board. A couple of AKs. Love to see it. Nades aplenty. Over on the side of North. There's a scout for Cadian. For the most part, you know, it's pretty much attempt at the bonus round here. And they will relish the opportunity should they get it, but they've already gone through the smoke. So Electro finding a quick double here for NiP, and that's a significant amount of advantage gained. You look at what's left on this North side, you don't feel great. You've lost Valda and AZ, the two of the top performers from Train. Gade's still up. He's but one man.
Considering the fairly dominant fashion that NiP took that previous map, you would like to see North bounce back on this one for sure to try and split the series, but NiP in this round at least are not going to be giving it so easily. Kiebi, I mean, that's optimistic. He goes for a full push or a Molotov after it blooms. Loses most of his health, does get a kill to res, but that is not worth it, especially with Forrest up on top of the silo, shooting back down through the smoke. No retreat here for Kiebi, and that's opened up the yard for NiP in a big way. They can now send that split player, Dennis. Depending on the site that NiP want to hit, probably A in this position. He can come in through main and really complicate things. Luckily for North, they've got both players set up on this side. So if there's any way that North can win this round, NiP are at least giving them the opportunity, but some serious shots need to be hit. Gade started off, bomb dropped. Oh, Cadian's followed up with a scout from the site as well. That's a bomb down. Gade's not done with one. Gade wants all of them, and he's going to grab every single kill. Him and Cadian locking down this bomb site, and North somehow win a 2v4.
Yeah, I said Gade, he's just one man, but I forgot to account for the fact that he's not a man at all. He is part machine. He's a cyborg. Is that what that is? That's
Cyborg, yeah.
That's when you're a mixture of the two, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, he's that. And now North going to be moving up 3-0.
Which part of him is robotic?
I can't be revealing that.
Okay, cheeky.
His wrists.
Pistols out for NiP right now. Not much behind it. They're really just pugging out this round, looking for some individual fights. Get right, we'll get one, but not going to go too well. NiP already a man down in this round, and North looking to continue this extended lead on the CT side. The 3-0 has come through, Harry, and the 4-0 very likely as well. Kirby might be flashed into this one. There it is. Nice flashbang. He actually shoots at the player who's not blind, but he doesn't even get the kill. Dennis down to 11. There's Rez finished off. Even spots a silo player as well. Kirby's having a bit of a field day outside. With Dennis being so low as well, he can't really push forward and try and kill Kirby while he shoots at Forrest and let go. Instead, Cadian's moving into position. Even AZ in main as well. He should find Dennis in this spot. He does exactly that. And there's Kirby starting to mop up the remainder of these Swedes. Nice shot from AZ. 4-0 for North.
Yeah, not off to the best of starts here for NiP, and a very dominant beginning here for the Danes. Let's not forget as well, in that 2v4 that they're able to win, that was the bonus round, right? So now, on the back of that round being clean, money is very much built up here for the Danes. So you look to them mark their territory here on Nuke. NiP, what are they going to do in response?
We're all wondering what will cope and happen in this round. I think that was worse.
Yeah, I think it was as well.
Good.
That's, yeah. There's no such thing as bad jokes, Hugo. Only bad delivery.
Ah. Wow. Oh, filthy nade. 47 HP on Valdi. Oh, they don't expect him here, though. The flashbang's in, and he, again, does a lot of damage to Dennis. Down to 12. Finally, Cadian cleans it up, and 2 in through the smoke. Rez is going to get caught as well. Now the smoke fades, which actually gives Forrest a line of sight to drop Cadian in response. But problem is, he's still essentially stuck in a 1v3 outside. With Gabe being close in the heaven, AZ on that A-bomb site, Kiebi moving in, and this 4x3 could catch Forrest out if Kiebi walks in through this angle. He won't see this coming, but oh, there it is from Kirby. Nice shot. And with that, NiP, while they do get gifted control of ramp, they're still stuck in a 2-on-4.
Yeah, it's Get Right and Lecro, these two. Teaming up now to try and see NiP through this round. There is going to be rotation coming in from Control. That's Valde. He's on 23 HP, so he's dead in one shot to either one of these players. And he tries to deny the bomb plant, but Lecro does pick it up. AZ is going to deal with Get Right and Lecro as well. I was trying to build into that with the idea, you know, but they get the bomb down. And now we need to see some individual brilliance from Lecro. Sadly, you know, it doesn't come through. North going to be picking up a 5th round. It's a very dominant CT side thus far. Haven't really seen too many glimmers of hope from NiP that get me too invigorated by this T side just yet, but I'm hoping that will start to change sometime soon. They're able to get a buy in here. You can maybe even see the AWP board out on Forest. They're just going to opt for the rifles though. The issue is, look at the money on North. AZ with $10,000. Valde's on 450 because, I don't know, he's just been having a bit of a spend up outside. Oh, Forest going to chain together 2 quick frags, and this could be a very decisive NiP victory on the back of it. Unless Cadian comes to life, he has dropped the Get Right. Now just has the other old dog of NiP to deal with, and he's already bested him to that position. So a 3rd kill for Forest. The pressure's on for AZ and Gade.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can you do here if you're North? They've won a 2v4 before, but that was when NiP just filtered in through A 1 by 1 into the waiting arms of Gade. They're not quite getting the same opportunity here. AZ flashing down lower, Molly to the heaven, but that's not where these T's are pushing. In fact, this long flank from Gade isn't really finding too much other than the fact that NiP are already down on B. And AZ going to drop in through the vents to try and cut this off, but the flashbang forces him back and he gets double peeked. Rez with a headshot. He will join Forest on the kill tally this round. Now it is all on Gade. He has the money, but honestly, this kind of round, it's not really worth going for. The best you want to hope for is maybe some exits, catch NiP leaving that bomb site, take some guns away, and that just makes NiP easier to get reset eventually when North win their next round. But, oh, that's awkward. Gade looking at the floor, and yeah, not going to work out. Forest with 4 kills there. Fantastic work to get NiP there first on this T side, and now North definitely have the opportunity to reset, but with NiP keeping the majority of their players alive in the previous round, they've got a fair bit of money. Rebuys aren't being forced just yet. Lecro and Forest have got a good bit of cash. Let's see if North can try and break this bond of dollars. I don't really know where I was going with that one.
Bond of dollars.
I was trying to think of a currency word beginning with B, but yeah, it's hard, right? That's not a word.
Yeah, no, that isn't. I mean, you know, the bond of dollars.
I was thinking, I started with bond to try and like delay it and give myself more time to think, but I just couldn't, you know. It's been a long day here, Harry.
Yeah, no, that's fine, dude. I'm not questioning it. You know, is there a stronger bond than a man to his money?
Yeah.
No, I'll answer you that quite possibly. But Kirby is going to open things up. He shuts down Rez. Lots of damage done as well as he brains on Kirby managing a second. Valde's gone ahead and isolated Dennis outside here, and in the blink of an eye, NiP, they've been wiped off the map. Lecro and Get Right left up in a 2v5. Lecro flanking round will be able to dispatch Valde at the very least, and now they have a bit of control towards outside. It's Get Right, who's still yet to put up a kill in this match thus far. They've got 40 seconds left, and they're not looking overly dedicated to anything as of right now. We're going to try and get right up into the heavens here. Lecro lining up the flash for him, and misses its mark on Oazy. That's the bomb dropped as well. He hears Lecro on the ladder. This should be the round. Lecro's able to get one, but the trade's there right away. North, a 6th round of their name now. Very good CT side. The Danes love this map for some reason. And NiP yet to really show us much. Biggest issue for me right now is Get Right. If you recall, he got off to a good start on train. He actually put in some decent numbers as well. He's currently sitting 007. You know, we speak about the bond of dollars. Well, he's the James Bond of dollars.
I got a B word.
Go on.
Bond of bills. Bond of banknotes.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there were a lot
Right?
of ways to go with that one.
that?
We really dropped the ball Either way, Kiebi, he's looking to drop the player on top of the silo there. Dennis going for an early peek with one of these 3 AKs. NiP really not armed too well in this round. They've gone for the force regardless after a reset, but not really going to blame them. This is 6-1 down. This is looking pretty good for North right now. They're going to need something flashy, and that's certainly not it. The top performer already of NiP just sectioned out. Kiebi going to kill Forest while he spams the smoke to secret. And Kiebi just hides back in garage, not allowing NiP to cross. So now down a man. What is their plan? They picked up the AK-47 on another man, but I mean, North aren't really giving them much opportunity to find these opening picks. Again, another smoke to cut off the door. And oh my god, that is filth. AZ's even going to finish off the kill. Letcro doesn't even see him that round. Another gun traded over to Get Right, but again, yet to get a kill on this map. That needs to change here and now if NiP want any opportunity in this round. Someone needs to step up, and even though the utility has gone from North, NiP have a couple of bits left.
Yeah, they're going to try and secure A now. They run into this crossfire between Gade and AZ. Kiebi even having the time to peek out and find one of his own, and now we just see Dennis. He's going to walk out into the slaughter and give himself up to AZ. Now we have Dennis as well on the Master Chief scoreline, 117. 0-8 for Get Right. He's like superseded James Bond at this point in time. Rising up through the ranks. We don't need a secret agent though, we need a
hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is getting pretty dire now. We need something from NiP, and I can spoil it. It won't be in this round. The Eagles, PT-50s, Glocks, and Decimation. As Kiebi's already opened up outside, taking down 1/5 of the team. We do have this lurk down on B from Letcro, and I don't think North have actually realized he crossed so far. So this is a good bit of surprise, but the only problem with it is there's not really much to get done once you're down on B. If you don't have the bomb, you can't really get anywhere without making a lot of noise, like opening one of these doors. And I think they may have timed that door open with Get Right also opening the door in Squeaky, because then North won't hear the door down on B. Similarly, how do you break the windows while Letcro shoots a window to get out into the radio room? But there's Cadian dead. There's a second man on ramp, though. That's the problem. And Valdi's ready for this split to come through. So he lines up 2, drops them both, and the bomb nades out. But it doesn't seem to matter when he's still standing with a third. Knows his last player is coming through as well. And Letcro has been spotted. And Valdi, he doesn't want to wait for his team. He just wants to deal with the problem. 4 kills from Valdi. Fantastic defense of the ramp there. And North 8-1 up against the Ecos.
Yeah, this is a bit of a travesty for NiP, coming off the back of such a convincing performance over on Train, and now just getting absolutely ran over here on Nuke. The fact that Vald is allowed to stay alive, even then when he's trapped in the corner with a nade out so long. You know, still a ramp hold from him in all fairness, but definitely allowed to overstay his welcome. And that flank from Letcro, it's such a shame. There was so much potential in it, right? Getting down in the back line. I love the fact that they open up the doors at the same time to cover him pushing in towards the site. They have no clue that he's there, but unfortunately it's that positioning of Valda just shutting down that round.
And the reason that's so good from Valdi is because he doesn't take the fight to Letcro and try and trade his teammate. He instead knows, okay, this ramp flank has come through, so they're definitely going to burst ramp. Let's kill these 3 players pushing through while they don't know I'm here. But either way, now we've got guns on NiP, and they're trying to speed up the pace. We've actually got a vent dive really, really quickly. A player down on that B bomb site will make things very, very interesting. Get Right is in position. Thing is, it's not going to make much of a difference because his team are already outside, so he's just pushing to reunite with them, and he's not got the gun to play yard. Only a Mac 10 on that man. What did NiP even have in this round? A man disadvantage, some slight damage to Kiebi that really won't make much of a difference, and he's been boosted up as well. Might be able to get caught by Letcro, but he won't spot the legs because Kiebi just jumped over the top of the platform there. Letcro does get one and only narrowly escapes with his life. Get Right still on B, and we might see them break a window. Let's see if Letcro breaks one of these windows while Get Right does the same. This is pretty common. No, Get Right not going to break a window. He's just chilling down in this B bomb site right now.
Yeah, he is the bug in the system, the fly in the ointment in this back line. Rest of the NiP boys now down through Secret as well, but this might start to pull a few more rotations in from North, so suddenly Get Right's position, he may be a little less valuable as the rest of the team now stacked up outside of B. Cadian at ramp already peeks on in, and he's decimated Dennis. Oh, and a second as well. Cadian's not content with 2, though. He's sticking around for a little bit more, and it's a tiny little gap that he's keeping an eye on. He has Valde here as well, and Cadian still lighting up that scoreboard. Round of applause for Get Right as he finally breaks his silence and does get onto that scoreboard, but that'll be it as he finds his first and only kill in that round. North going to be soldiering ahead onto a 9th.
And again, no money for NiP. They're back down to pistols once again, Harry. I mean, a Force wouldn't go, you know, away or array in this round. It wouldn't hurt. But no, they're just going to stick with a half buy, save a bit of money for next round. Of course, this loss bonus is maxed out next round, or at the end of this one. So they're going to have everything they need and more. Well, not everything they need. They need rounds, and currently only 1 on this T side. Slightly lackluster. Again, the outside smoke, so NiP will get control down towards B. That Molotov falls slightly too short, but there is one that lands down in the secret. Get Right gets dinked through a wall, and that nade will send him packing. Luckily, the stairs take the bulk of the damage, and he gets away with 44.
Radiant still doing the dance with Fate outside. He has to be a little bit careful as they start to wrap onto him, trying to overwhelm North Sorpa. But Valde and Kierby there to bail him out, and suddenly it's just Get Right left in a 1v5. This is absolutely brutal right now. 10-1, North going to be reaching double digits, while, I mean, no one even on the side of NiP double digits in terms of kills, let alone, you know, rounds. So, not the best of times. I mean, you know, for me as well, Dennis is pretty silent right now. He's someone who I think has been stepping up throughout a lot of these NiP games and looking good. He certainly isn't on the board right now. Neither's Get Right. Neither's anyone.
No.
You know, nothing's really going right for NiP. It's hard to pin it onto anyone within this team. And they're going to go running through fire. They're going to learn the hard way that that's not a fun experience. Third-degree burns and...
This is not a map where you typically have your AWP top fragging, but Cadian is just going off on one. Look at him go! These are some sick shots from the... Oh my god.
He got someone there.
That is ridiculous. He's on...
And this is like just one of those things where it's like all the stars are aligning for North. For NiP, nothing's going their way.
You know what they need? They need a bottle of that NiP magic, Harry. Crack that out. I think even now, the onset effects take too long, and I think this game will be over before NiP are even feeling the buzz and the tingle. Right now, the only tingle they're feeling are the flames, and Rez sits inside of it, falls down into the vent, his lifeless body hitting that B bomb site. Forrest, try as he might, he won't win that fight. North 12-1 here on the CT side.
That's very descriptive.
Thank you.
Entered an amateur writing contest. I liked it.
You got to draw something out of this game, Harry.
Yeah, and whether that's just intense imagery or maybe something a bit more interesting, only time will tell. 12-1 right now. And as you said, Katie, yeah, he's been just phenomenal here on Nuke. And it's one, you know, if your CT side AWPer is doing this well, he can be so controlling. He's such a threat to deal with. Cadian's doing a great job of keeping it versatile as well. Some of these rounds he's outside. That round there, he's on the inner bomb site, locking it down. Sometimes up in the heavens, sometimes down towards ramp. You know, you never know where Cadian is, so you can't ever play off of that reliably. He's been such a nuisance, and NiP just haven't been able to deal with him. This time, they're going to try their hand at the outside control. Cadian's here. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. This shot from Cadian. Okay. Almost going to find something through the smoke, but it doesn't matter because Kierby, a star in his own right, he's going to go ahead and shut down 3. Looking for a little bit more, and finally Dennis does chime in with a trade, albeit better late than never. Get Right and Dennis up, both of these players coming into this round with 1 kill each. Now looking to try and see the NiP through to their second as they've pulled it back to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, certainly an opportunity here. But AZ's going to walking right in, and Dennis wins the fight. 4 HP left on the man. You said he's been a player that you expected a little bit more from. Well, here it goes. 3 kills in this round, and he's brought the bomb down towards that lower bomb site. Well, Get Right's bringing it back as well. As Dennis clears out the control, Gade's on that long flank, and he doesn't want to make too much noise, because while he is technically really far away, he's above the NiP players, so they'll hear these footsteps. Finds a bit of an approach down through the back halls, and now he's going to sneak his way into this B bomb site. NiP need this round. They can't afford to let it go. Dennis, a good off angle considering he's very, very low, but Gade's going to avoid it, going back in through the double doors. And that's the thing, he's spending so long checking all these positions, and NiP are nowhere near, and he's starting to realize he needs to make a bit of noise. He needs to ramp up the pace, bring in the heat. That Molotov could certainly do it, maybe cut off these T's from having any sight on this door for him, but the nade is perfect. Get Right cleans up the round, and here we go, NiP finally getting a second. I think one thing that's been so sick is Kjaerbye. He is 7-0 right now in opening duels, Harry. On this outside position, they've been flashing him every single time for him to go and get kills. That's not a good example, but that is. Just all these wide straights with the flashbangs from his team has really set him up for success. So Kjaerbye has just been decimating this yard.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned, maybe not a good example of the flashbang, that you've been talking about outside from North, but it's a great example of them switching things up and how they're holding it, right? Kjaerbye, the essential part has been you've been flashing him in outside. Suddenly he's sat there, he's waited with bated breath for everyone to cross and then pounces in the back line. It's a new day, it's a new round here for NiP. They have the AWP out on Dennis. Auto sniper for Valdet. So, just so you know where we're at. But this time they've trumped Kjaerbye, and he's been a real issue outside. That's the first time he's lost an opening fight as well thus far. So, they finally deal with the point man of North. Now, they still have the rest of the squad left to overthrow, but this is the first time in a very long time we've seen NiP start around with a man advantage.
Cadian's curious, though, and if you look at the NiP roster, they have only one smoke left for this outside position. That's not enough to cross you down to secret. So while Rez has already found his way in the depths below, NiP don't want to go and join him and use all their utility just to get there. So they'll leave Rez as the snake in the grass, as the rest of them group up. Potential ramp hit here, although they're looking at the A site curiously. 38 seconds left up on this clock, and North have a really good setup for this, plus a lot of utility. That smoke will cordon things off for another 15. If North want to go for this, this is going to come right down to the wire. Another Molotov as well. I mean, North are just keeping it down to the last possible push that NiP can muster. Hazy still with another Molotov ready. This flash has come through, and as the smoke fades, NiP are about to go in. There's the nade. There's a molly, sorry. Cadian's started it off. 2 kills from him. Gay peeks out wide with 1. And Forrest, well, he trades AZ. There's no time left. It was the 5 seconds on the clock as NiP go in for the push. And even though they're finding a couple of kills, they're not getting this bomb plant.
Yeah, and what a devastating way to forfeit that round the way of North. You find all but one. And ultimately, for Valdet, all he had to do was hide himself away. And now North with an absolutely tremendous CT half. NiP, they are going to be hard pushed to get back in to this game. But if any team can get it done, it's the team with the NiP magic. It's your boys, Forrest, Get Right, and the gang. Maybe it'll happen.
Well, let's just see it rather than predict it, Harry, because this is going to require something miraculous here from the Ninjas.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Cadian playing like this.
Yeah.
Like, this is unreal. This is one of the best performances I think I've seen from him since he's been in this roster. So, yeah, it's pretty scary. Then you have Kjaerbye looking fantastic as well. You think back to his time in Astralis as well. This has always been a great map for them. Been a great map for Denmark as a whole. He's top of the board. 19 and 5, 140 ADR. Cadian just behind, 18 to 6, 104 ADR. Lowest going to be Gade, but he was like the key guy back on train, if you remember. He still has all that energy in him, you'd imagine.
And even Gade had 93% KAST at the end of that half. That's kill assist. Oh no, save or trade, I think it is. Yeah, kill assist, save or trade. And yeah, 93% of the rounds he had impact in, basically. A kill, assist, survived and traded, not saved. Well, that's the same thing, basically.
Here we go. North fast playing towards A. Cadian, man of the hour's already opened things up. Forrest doing what he can. It's going to be good for one, but still inside of this smoke, still in the back. It's Get Right finally shut down, and Let Crow blink of an eye. 1v4 going to be needed from this man. And he gets instantly annihilated. Faster than you can say. Hashtag rip for NiP. There you go, mate. It's like the new easy friends.
Oh, it doesn't bode confidence, does it?
Yeah.
That'll probably be in the replies later to some of NiP's tweets with all those reasonable human beings.
Yeah, very reasonable indeed.
Yeah, those are some real fans out there. Oh, I would not want to be NiP's social media manager tonight. 14 to 2 here.
They got a good win. They're still going to get hounded.
Right now, they've split the series.
Yeah.
You know, that's not bad. They took a good win on Train, and I'm not counting this out now, Harry, but I don't really believe. It's 14 to 2. North are down in B already. AZ's just trying to cut off this vent rotate as we see the rest of this team charge down, and just him being in this position cuts off one of the crucial rotate points here for the CT side. Lekro may be already down in B with Rez. There's a bit of a crossfire, but their teammate's been covered off with utility down on ramp. Valdi finds 1 and 2. Redco trades, and he finds a double as well. That's ridiculous. No way he's going to get more. Gate here, trying to get that reload in, but he finally finds a shot. Forest all that remains now, and while he's killed KD, and he is too far away from the catastrophe that is this B-bomb site.
Yeah, Forest starting to peek on in. A lot to do here. One of the 2 veteran members of NiP still in this squad, and now it all falls on his shoulders if they want to way back in to this game. Edging forward, he's not ready for AZ, or Gade rather. Gade could be picking that up, and it's match point now in favor of North. 15 to 2 is the score, and NiP, they need 13 rounds in a row if they want to pull this back. And right now, the best they've been able to muster has just been solitary rounds on their own. So it's going to have to be an absolutely monumental effort. Take a look at the buy, get right on an auto shotgun. There's an AUG bought up. I didn't quite see who had that. But probably going to be something random like, oh, it's Dennis, there we go.
And one thing I actually kind of enjoy is NiP's CT side on this map. Like that's how they get the majority of their rounds. So to see them just get wrecked in one half and not really have an opportunity is a shame. Especially when already we're into the first round and they've got a couple of opening kills. This has turned out quite well for NiP. They may be keeping this game on for a little bit of time, and just like that, North kind of pugged it as they tried to rush through both smokes. But either way, NiP, they'll get a round on the board here on the CT side, keep things going for however long that may seem. And North, 1 eco here, unless they just decide to force and try and end this game here.
Well, pause cooled on in. North want to have all the time they can to try and figure out exactly what's wrong, what's gone wrong in that 1 round. Here's a tactical timeout from them. Going to give KD some time to sit down with the squad, have Ave chime in. Yeah, these the critical moments. They only have 12 rounds of match point. NiP still have a long way to go, but it's certainly not impossible. We know how CT-sided Nuke can be. Maybe not this CT side, but you know, we can only hope.
Let's get back into this one then, Harry. See what North have done with the money.
What did they do on the back of that tactical pause? Let's see. The fruits of that now. They put their brains together. They've gone for the deco. Strat old as time itself, some say.
I respect it.
And Kierby going to be taking his dig up here, up on top of Marshmallow. That is the official call.
No, Silo.
Marshmallow.
Oh, NiP cannot afford to lose this round. That would be a real mess. Rez has already lost his health, and Dennis has already been deaded. As North, they're going to wrap this out of position. We can see Kirby climb up to the top of heaven as well, and that just makes things even more complicated because NiP, not only do they have a man down and no info, but they have a man down on the B bomb site right now. So NiP are very split up, and they don't have anyone defending A apart from Forest, and he's about to get caught. He just went down the ladder. Kirby is about to sneak in to Get Right, and oh no, has Get Right seen him? No. Oh, there's a missed shot. Kirby, no, not like this. And the shotgun wins at range. Get Right may have just saved the day. Follow-up damage to Valdi. He's going to go for a little bit more. Cadian finally shuts him down, but this round has gone a lot more dicey than it really needs to be. So Forest will bail them out with 2, but it's left to Valdi.
Deagle and an AUG. Also a lot of dreams and aspirations. It's Valdi left in the 1v2. He gets spotted going down the vents, but they can't quite find him. He's only got 14 HP. But a bomb plant here, that's insanely valuable to North as it is. You look at all the damage they've done as well. Valdi can't afford to take even 1 shot, and Lekro's going to go ahead and land 1 in the head, so he does more than enough damage. At 4th round on the board for NiP. North can look to buy up in this round, courtesy of that bomb plant. Indeed, they probably will. You can go ahead and drop the AWP over to KD, and he's been playing well. I think maybe we see them try and bring that out on the T side now. Especially because you're going to have... Oh, you could have the AWP up on Forest, actually, over here for NiP. Give me another pause. Cooled on in. Likely from the North boys. There's a lot to think about. Of course, we know that these games can slip right through your fingers. You don't want to let that happen. And they're being very meticulous in that fact. We have a lot of respect for that. North. Only 11 rounds between them and the Swedes.
Yeah, I mean, North have almost lost this game, Harry, so this tactical pause, pretty crucial point. Really important.
I think that's a bit on the nose there, but yeah, 15-4, and for the North boys, let's see what the buy is. They've taken some time here to try and figure this out. I'm curious, do we see that AWP board up for Cadian? There we go, that was it. Flying through the sky for a second, so yes, it's there. We've seen it, and he's got it.
Well, let's see what North have in this round, if they can just end this game before NiP even get back into the swing of things. AWP already posted on the squeaky door, and he's going to be up against Dennis, who's in the org. This could be a bit of a fight, but Dennis is already going to bail out of that one, wants nothing to do with it. Forrest popping his smoke on the Molotov. Only one man on ramp here for NiP. We've got a pretty lax outside control round as well. Forrest is going to be playing, Rez is going to be playing extremely passive there. And Forrest has already dropped down towards B, so maybe expected a potential flank from North down towards that lower bomb site. Get right. This is a really good position for the shotgun, obviously, but with only one player walking in, oh, Gade's going to hit the shot. I was going to say there could be no trade there for North, but they've already found a couple of kills on the opener. Dennis trying to bring things back to life with the AUG, but he only gets 2, and that won't be enough. Even Letcro up in the heaven, dropping Valdi and flicking back to the second player. It's a 2-on-2. Split from main finally coming out, and Forrest has saved the day. He's dropped the bomb in the open. Cadian, the top player in the server right now, left in the clutch.
Yeah, he's still got it all to do. 40 seconds left on this clock. He's going to try head down towards this B bomb site, but NiP, I think they're one step ahead. They've already started to read this. Forrest and Letcro both here at ramp. They can be very, very quick on this rotation in, and they're going to hear that bomb going down now. So in come the cavalry for NiP. Cadian.
He's trying to break a hole in the door, but the Glock is trash.
Yeah, there is no hole in that door, that's for sure. They're on the defuse, and Cadian, yeah, this is the round going the way of NiP. So 5-15. The gap slowly but surely being closed, and even then they chase Cadian down at the very end. Maybe North in need of a tactical timeout here to try and figure out how best to approach these coming rounds.
Right, what do we got here for North? I feel like if this game is ever going to end, it's going to end on an eco round. North are going to eco.
I feel like this is it forever. We just keep going until somebody just collapses. That's the play. I mean, only time will tell. And for North, they're over here towards the ramp. They're going to try and make this happen. Letcro's there. And Letcro holds his own. Mo's down 2. They come in with the trade. That's easy to pick it up. Dennis is here with an AUG, and he is going to go ahead and light them up like a Christmas tree. Gade actually able to go ahead and get one back. So they do have the bomb now to work with. Still, man advantage up in favor of NiP. Where do North go from here?
Well, maybe back towards A. Gade's curiously peering back towards the radio room. Got Rez watching for this hell split, and that's actually exactly what's coming through for North. Combined with the fact that Get Right's above them all, this should be a bit of a mop-up for Ninjas. He's going to creep into it, and Rez, maybe looking at the top left and at his mini-map, he's not going to react to that at all. Cadian and Gade now in a 2-on-2. This is starting to look up. Get Right's watching for that ladder crawl, but North are wrapping all the way out through the yard instead to go back towards main. Or even B, they could go down secret. There's 30 seconds left. That's doable. Forrest is in a good position to cut this off, though. And yeah, the thing is, North can't sneak from here to B. They won't have time. They need to start running at some point, so Forrest is going to have a bit of an idea as to where these guys are going. North need to let go of the shift key sooner rather than later, and there we go. They've started to speed up the pace. Forrest is here. Cadian's dead. Where's the trade from Gade? Because he's only got 10 seconds left to do it, and Forrest is just bounding back into the B bomb site like a bit of a bunny rabbit, and he's going to ring around the rosy. Gade is not going to find that kill. Maybe he should shoot a few bullets in the door.
Brian Badondi, you ever seen that?
Huh?
You ever seen Phone Jacker?
Yeah,
Brian Badondi? That's who you just reminded me of with all the beats.
Oh, it's been a while, mate.
Okay, don't worry. Maybe that's a really niche reference. NiP, 6-15. And this is still very much anyone's game, it starts to feel like now. North, they're going to be buying up once again. Rifles across the board. They've gone in with this, you know, maybe at this point you could even just look to take an eco. You can buy every round because you got the max loss bonus, but you kind of want everything you can possibly get your hands on. You want Cadian with that AWP. He's just been naded down to 45 HP, so this is already a great start to this round for the Ninjas. And it's a slow burning round from North. They've applied the brakes. They've turned the pace down. It was at 11, now it's at 2.
Smokes towards the yard, but they're not going to be committing too heavily behind that. 2 players going. We do have a rotate down bench from Forest to make sure that B site isn't being uncovered here by the Danes, and it's going to try and cover up some Danish disasters down in the halls. Cadian in position on the stairwell. Where are the rest of North going? Because that bomb's still set up on ramp, so it could be that late round B split, but again, with Hall's control down towards B, you don't necessarily have to commit. You can easily go back and split main, for example, go for an A play. Plenty of options here for North. Rez has just killed AZ in the meantime. That's going to complicate things in the yard. And he's going out for a little bit more. He's found himself a second. Kiebi splitting A finally. There's still players up on the rafter, and Kiebi's going to kill him, but this flank from Rez has just been too fatal. 4 kills right now, and he's one off of this ace. Needs to get the reload in, and the rest of NiP setting up to try and kill this final player. And he's going to look away at the wrong time. Forest peeks out, and NiP, another round to their name. Slowly, but surely, they're crawling their way back.
They are indeed 15. Well, it was 15-2 at one point in time. Now 15-7. So it's been quite the attempt at the comeback at the very least from NiP. They still have a long way to go. But fast play from North in towards this A bomb set. They partial bought into it, and this would be a devastating way for NiP to lose this. Get Right finds a quick double. Valde's in with the trade. Continuing to push on out towards this A bomb site. Actually, not the option. They try and turn their attention towards outside. AZ going to take a beefy amount of fall damage and then falls prey to Rez. The bomb's down on B.
Yeah.
Valde and Cadian still up and alive. They spot out Valde over here on the ramp. Cadian, he's looked very, very good. That said, that doesn't deflect bullets, so he does actually get wrecked. And now Valde, left in a 1v3, going to opt to hold on to this M4. Looks to try and save an 8th round for NiP. You know, all jokes aside, they're making this work right now.
Yeah, it's just when you're up against 15 rounds, like all it takes is one little mistake and the game's done. So
not only that, not just one little mistake, or just one massive play from a single individual on North.
Yeah.
And they've all been providing those at different points tonight.
Yeah. And then it's so hard for you to believe in this kind of comeback until NiP actually have done it, right? Even at 15-14, I'm still going to be in the back of my mind thinking, like, North are not done.
Well, I really hope I don't jinx it, but I'm just going to say this now. NiP, they're doing the comeback, and we're going to see this go the full 30 rounds.
It'd be an awful shame if you jinxed it, Harry, but let's find out. Oh, dropping to main really fast. Yeah, but he's on top of his teammate. He's hanging him out to dry. Gade is going to quickly catch Forest, pushing in through the squeaky door, but the bomb's been dropped in the meantime, and Gade can only find 2. Valdi's still deep in the site, but it's just a bit of a brawl up on the A-bomb site, and NiP will get the best of it, keeping 2 alive and taking another round. At this point, for NiP, it doesn't matter how many players they keep alive or how much money they make. It's all about finding those rounds. They lose 1, and they are going home. I mean, they're already home, but more in the metaphorical sense than the literal sense. So 15-9, and North, again, another buy in their pocket.
6 rounds between NiP and North now. This looks like it could be a real thing. NiP trying to make this happen. Cadian going to get tagged up early on. Kiebi up on top of Silo. You can see that there's some aggression coming in from Rez, and he's been such a nuisance. You know, really wasn't on the scoreboard in any way, shape, or form until these last few rounds. And this time, he's been shut down. Kiebi finds the opener for North. And this is the first time in a very long time that we've seen North pick up an early man advantage. Now they just have to try and do something with it.
I mean, North have barely left the spawn, so there's a lot of room for NiP to get aggressive. When you're down a man, that's extremely common. So Forest moves into the squeaky door. Might be able to get a fight to AZ here. He's just backing out of the ramp room. As North set up a lot of utility towards this outer side of the map. Forest is going to find KD, and there's a quick trade in, but Get Right's still pushing up into Squeaky as well, and that keeps things in check. 3-on-3 here is Kiebi. He looks to drag this back in the favor of North, but Get Right is not done with his continued aggression on this CT side. North may be double pushing door, but Get Right is going to hear every single footstep. So unless these players push down to B, they are ripe for the taking. Get Right's been warbanging. They're going to check the spot, and Gaze found the kill. It's only Letcro left up on the CT side, and that's just too much to ask for. North have done it. It took a bit of time on their terrorist half, but that will be the victory up above NiP, splitting the maps 1-1 to end tonight, and that is North finally finishing things up.
Yeah, I don't think NiP can be too disappointed after the results of that first half, and losing this. They do a good job of almost making it happen. Maybe if they started off on a different side, it would have been a different story. If we saw their CT side half first, but sadly, it's just not meant to be. We're going to bring back these two wonderful faces in the form of Chad and Trace. How did you guys find that matchup?
I have sat through 176 rounds of Counter-Strike tonight, and I wouldn't change a second of this high-octane action, and boy, did those ninjas almost bring it all the way back, Chad.
Yeah, look, North did a really good job of drawing this one out, so I'm not going to. They did a nice shutdown on that first half and just struggled to close in the second, but we got there in the end, and that is the analysis for that map done.
Thank you very much. Let's take a look at today's results and speedily get this done, right what we need to do, because apparently, if you just tuned in, you're waiting on the NA broadcast. Just don't lie to yourself.
They're waiting on us.
This is what you've seen in Europe. Look at that, 16-14s all over the place, maybe even a 19-17, and then a double 16-9. There to round the night out, because you didn't get enough Counter-Strike to kick it off. There on the other side of the bracket, not a whole lot to say, just a little bit of secondary stream action. Instead, we're going to talk about what's coming up in North America so that you do not close your browser and turn the stream off before it's too late.
Or early.
Run it. Liquid Renegades, Energy Envious, and the likes of Luminosity and those boys from Cloud9. Now that should be an interesting one. Luminosity never one to mess with. Chad.
I'm excited, and I think Harry's also excited to see Renegades play against Liquid and against the likes of Made in Brazil.
Chad, he's always excited, and there's nothing that we can do to change that. Look at Matchday for tomorrow. Navi Fnatic, G2 North, Heroic Industralis, and bangers, Chad. Bangers, man.
More from Big as well on that secondary stream. Big and Mouse is always a good one. We've got Fnatic, showing what they've got with Brolin and Twist adding to the roster. And Hellraisers, feels like we haven't seen a lot of them in the Pro League. They'll be going down on the secondary stream against an embattled FaZe clan.
And double dose of big action, just because that's what Harry and Hugo like. So they've ordered it up, and we're going to be serving it to you on the secondary stream. You guys can go home to your shrine of Smooya and keep that going in your own times. We're going to be basically cutting it off here. That's about all she wrote. In fact, head over to esea.net/MDL so that you can get on the surefire path to the pro scene. That's right, the Mountain Dew League. Wouldn't do it any other way. Can't do it any other way. And that is how it's said done, ladies and gentlemen. That's enough from us. Match day number 7 for the EU side is broken and done. Get us out of here, Tom Eric.